Hi, Busker909 here. I had a request to do Scratch My Back, also called Baby Scratch My Back, originally by Slim Harpo. I'm going to do the fabulous Thunderbirds version because it sounds, they're almost the same, but it has a little bit more of a CCR groove to it, and they use a lot of tremolo. So I get to use the tremolo on my trusty little cube here. Otherwise, I'm just set on clean with some reverb. I'm tuned to open G, G, D, G. And before I do the run through, I'd like to mention I'm doing something a little different today. This song is in the key of E, but instead of tuning to E, I wanted to do it in G, so we learn to play in a different key while we're playing in G. Plus, the lick is an octave higher than normal. So we're going to start up on the 9th fret. I'll just play the run through and then I'll explain it to you, and I will show you how to do the chicken sound that this song is famous for. There you are. It's a 12 bar. It might be a little deceptive at first because if you're listening to the fabulous Thunderbirds, the harmonica starts off with sort of like a freeform thing for 2 bars. So he doesn't play the lick, and then the guitar comes in and only plays the lick twice because the song actually started 2 measures before. But other than that, it plays the same lick all the way through. So the reason I have a slide on is to do the chicken lick later on in the video. That's why I'm using just my 3 fingers. And you certainly don't have to do that. You can use your little finger if you want to play lick 1. It should be like this. But that's why I'm doing it this way. So anyway, first note is 9 on the low string. And then sliding from 5. And the 9 is an E, and this is a G, a 5 on the middle string. And we're sliding that up to G sharp, which is the 3rd of an E chord. And then we're going over to the octave, 9 on the high string, and then 7, which is also the 7th of the chord. So it's root, slide into the 3rd, 5 to 6, octave, and then the 7th. Okay, and because we're playing in the key of E, we're going to count up 5 frets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that brings us to our 4 chord. And then we play the same lick. So that's 14, 10 slide to 11, 14 again, 12. And they have the same relationship to each other. Root, slide into the major 3rd, so that'd be a minor 3rd, major 3rd, octave of the root, and the 7th. And then of course we go back to the 1. Because it's a blues and it follows the formula of a blues. 4 on the 1 chord, 2 on the 4 chord, 2 riffs or 2 measures, and then back to the 1 chord for 2 measures, and now we're going to go up to the 5 chord. So another way to find that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, that's just 2 more above from where we were. But this way you can find your 1, 4, 5 everywhere. So we go up here and we play the same lick. So this is the root. Then minor 3rd, major 3rd, octave of the root, and the 7th. We just play that once. And we drop down to the 4 chord, which in this case is found on the 14th fret. Then back to the 1 chord on the 9th fret. And so this is an A, and this is a B. Now if you don't have these frets up here, you can go down to the bottom of your neck and play A down here on the 2nd fret, because this is G, G sharp, A. So but you'll have to play this a little different. You can see why I didn't really finger it that way. This is the 1 root of the 4 chord. And this is the minor third. 1, 2, 3. Major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Major third, I mean. Octave. So you can do it down there. Also, the 5 chord would be here then. 2 frets up from the A. And this one you could play. Like that. If you need to. But on the record and most of the versions, they go up and up and up and up and up. That's it for the main body of the song. Now, since we're here, and we might want to do some improvising, he improvises around this a lot. So, starting here, sliding on the middle string to the 9th fret, and the 7th with your first finger, 9th, pull off to 7, down to 5, and then over here to the root note. That's not the exact lick that he does, but he messes around with that area. So I sort of believe in figuring out your own solos using the same information. And that's also your blues scale. It's just not a way that you might have looked at it before. And he stays right in that box, if you will. He goes out a couple times up to the 14th fret, like that, and then jumps back down. Well, he probably doesn't jump down, he probably jumps across, but we'll jump back down. Okay, now the famous chicken picking sound. I'm going to go up here to what would be fret 21 and fret 24, which, as you can see, I don't have them. That's why I got the slide on. So I just figured out where they are approximately, and that's it. And if you want to do it an octave lower, you can do it down there. Doesn't sound anywhere near as good an octave lower, but you can certainly do it. Also, the song would be just fine without it. So I hope you have some fun with that. Hope it was helpful. Have a great day. Bye.